G'day trendsetters, we're back. It's 2018, it's March. We are currently on a chairlift on the way up the Parva Ski Hill, and we are here in Chile for Barnechea EWS round 1. Woo!
Over my left shoulder, down the valley, is Santiago itself. So we are like directly straight up into the Andes. We're currently at about just under 3,000 meters here.
We're really, really high up here. It wasn't too bad the first day of practice. I was like, oh, I've got this under control. I'm fine at this altitude. And then the second day of practice, I was like, oh, whoa, all right. Yeah, we're really high.
Well, I'm a little bit out of breath now. Life's a little different at 3,500 meters.
There's not much oxygen up here. Good thanks.
It looks fun. It looks loose. Yeah, just gotta ride it.
We finished finale, went back to Vancouver. Wife and I and our kids and my wife's parents packed our whole life up, moved back to Australia. That took like a couple of months to get everything sorted and figure out how to be Australian again. And then poof, it was January. Oh, Jesus, we got to leave in like 8 weeks to go to team camp. And then team camp was here and now we're racing. It just disappeared. But at the same time, I've never trained so much.
I have a lot of other things to say, but can't say them on camera.
You can. John's got a good beep. Oh my God, what a beep! Oh, and his hair's beeping. That's great.
You're a booger.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
Like we never left. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Thought that I could never leave without you by my side. There's been so many nights thinking how you've done me wrong, but I grew strong. I learned how to get away from beep. Okay.
I feel you need to break into dance now.
We've been practicing our dance moves. That's our guy. That's our guy.
We pedal up here for 40 minutes, get on a chairlift for 40 minutes, and then hike for another 25 minutes to start most of the stages. And it's freezing up there. Like, I made the mistake in practice for wearing a t-shirt a couple of times, and oh my goodness. Me and Ray went up the chairlift together, both in t-shirts, literally cuddling each other to stay warm. Like, it wasn't funny or cute or teammates. It was just purely to keep warm. We were freezing.
I brought a jacket yesterday and it was quite hot. So today I assumed it will be the same, but nope, always be prepared. With this sort of terrain, you just gotta let yourself loose a little bit and try not to be too in control and just try and have fun and embrace the drift and embrace just going fast.
Massive changes, yeah. Literally one day we were riding our old bike, the next day it was like we put our shoes on the wrong feet. Everything changed. So we changed to Shimano brakes, Pro cockpit, Shimano drivetrain with XTR Di2, Maxxis tyres, DVO suspension, you know, our contact points of HT pedals and ODI grips were the same. Everything else in the middle was different except for the frame. We got giant dropper seat posts. And man, it was dramatically different, and it definitely took some time, to be honest, to get used to, but it couldn't have worked out better. You know, coming here to Chile, the tracks that we've had, the tracks that we've raced on, it couldn't be a better test for the equipment. And you know, I can't sing their praises enough. You know, everything we've ran this weekend especially held up, and it worked phenomenally.
Morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Good. So we're at the top of stage 1 and got a little bit of time to wait. So just hanging out, having some food, beautiful view. So it's not a bad time to be a pro racer. First race of the season and rode like a complete muppet and rode into a pole and some tape, kept riding down, the tape got wrapped around my derailleur and pedal and the pole was making a hell of a noise on top of my wheel. And luckily one of the photographers sort of yelled out at me and said, "Stop." And so I stopped, and then I realised what a mess my bike had been in. And yeah, I had to stop and unravel everything, so not the best start. Yeah.
Stage 2, 11 Ks long, the longest stage we've ever done. So it was super physical.
The altitude, just really hard to breathe. Just need some oxygen.
That was one of the biggest climbs I think I've ever done. Okay, that's not true, but it was really hard.
Stage 2, I was well into it. I paced myself well at the top, I was riding well, and then by the time I got like midway, or not even, by the time I got to the chairlift, I started to catch my 32nd guy. Had a huge moment on the ridgeline, and then like went back, and then I just kind of hung out for a bit, and I caught myself like riding the same pace. And I'm like, nah, nope. Sent it again because I knew this last steep bit was coming, and I thought if I catch him here, the day's done. So I pushed again, and then it was so dusty that the track turned right, and I kind of come in way too hot and just tried to make it, and just yarded over the front. I think I might have broken my finger or hurt it a little bit too much than I'm comfortable with right now. And then stage 3 was what it was. I was in a bit of pain dropping into there, but tried to salvage something, and wasn't too bad. So for an average day, it feels good to be back inside the top 10.
Oh my goodness, I'm 0.02 out of the top 20. Slept way better than I thought I was going to. After yesterday, I was like laying down at home, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is where the fatigue's gonna set in, and I'm gonna sleep poorly. But as soon as the lights went out, it was just, I fell right asleep and woke up at 7, ready to go. So yeah, excited for the day.
Day 2, I switched my brain on and just analysed sort of, okay, this is not where I want to be. I've done heaps of training over off season. Why am I getting the same results? I'm injury free. I feel good on the bike. I'm fast on the bike. So I just had to sit down and really think about what happened. And yeah, day 2, I managed to turn it around. Stage 5 is loose. So we'll see. I expect there's going to be just a big rut the whole way down. So if I can stay in the rut, all is good.
I had a big crash on stage 4, and basically ripped my whole drivetrain off. So I had to cruise down 4, then run the liaison from 4 to 5, and then at the bottom of 5, Johan and Josh, we tried to fix it, like get my chain on at least, and we couldn't get it. The chain was too messed up. So I just started running, and I was running, and then Josh and Johan started pushing my bike, and then slowly, like, more of the top 30 came around, and everybody took turns pushing me to the top, and I just kept running. Had Josh pushing me, Richie, Martin, Robin, Jose, all those guys. Like, I couldn't have done it without them. I'm pretty smoked, but we're gonna keep going. We're not giving up yet.
Sometimes on stage 5, it got a bit out of hand and got away from me a little bit, but it's okay. It's not bad. And then pushing old mate up the hill for an hour at 350 watts. Definitely burnt a few more cookies than I probably needed, but we're not quitters.
I need to improve my day 1 because that was pretty horrendous. But I'm happy how day 2 was and how I brought it back, and I made up 3 placings, and I halved my stage placings as well. So that's where I want to be, and that's where I know I can be, and even better. So yeah, I'm taking a positive note out of this race, and heading on to Colombia.
Probably never ran 6Ks in my life. So yeah, overall it was a really, really hard weekend, but I'm really happy with it.
Feel like we're back to the point where, we can get a top 10. We just got 7th. This is great. Okay, I might have broke my hand, but I still got 7th.